So today we're going to be committing a First Amendment audit, and we're going to be asking questions about the driver's license versus the right to travel.
This is for the motor vehicle
Okay.
information unit.
Okay.
They're the ones that, for the vehicle registration and mandatory, whatever, probably you may or may not know the answers to your question. And because all I can honestly tell you is, and I don't know how, the managers and agents, through the revenue office side, all I honestly know is you got to have your vehicles tagged, licensed.
Right, but that's what I want people to like. It's a difference between a vehicle and an automobile, right? According to the law, you know what I'm saying? And people are going to the motor vehicle department and they only have automobiles. You see what I'm saying? And people are ticketed for suspended driver's license when they aren't driving commercial vehicles. Now I know this all sounds strange,
Okay,
but because of course,
find out that the driving is a privilege, and you cannot be driving
right.
around.
No, I agree with you.
Motorized form of transportation on a suspended license, whether it be in Arkansas or out of state.
Right, and I agree with you because that's what the law says. But like I said, there's a difference between an automobile and a motor vehicle. In the law, it says a motor vehicle is something that is used for commercial purposes. And they said now.
Yeah, we have like I said, commercial vehicle, and they follow the same law as they can't be suspended or anything. They've got to be legal, licensed, tagged,
right.
Truck, registered,
right.
all that to be on the road too.
Right now, and I'm agreeing with that just because like I was looking over there at the licenses. The types of licenses depend on the type of commercial vehicle it is. But and like I said, I understand this. You know what I'm saying? It's new to you. I mean, and it sounds weird, but in the law, when you look on the law books and it says the codes that the Supreme Court has set up, it says that there is a difference between a motor vehicle and an automobile. And the thing is, people don't know that. So they register their vehicles, they get insurance, they are susceptible to taxes. But even though it says in the law that a vehicle is exempt to all types of taxes and regulations, it says all of that. But I understand, like I said, you just heard this. And that's why I'm doing the research about it. Right.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
They get you all the way up to the administrator. I don't know. But, and I guess, like you said, have all your codes, and, if they say, where's that at, we want to read it.
For sure. That's why I got to present it to them. And that's why I made sure I did my research before I came out first. And you're not the first person that I've told this to that was like, wait, man, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
this is what we learned all our life.
It's been an argument for people against us on our part because, hey, man, you got to get reinstated. Well, we're not suspended in your state, but you're suspended somewhere else. But you're giving us a hassle on getting cleared up. I was like, I'm sorry, but we can't force them to clear you automatically. You're going like in reverse. You got a problem here, and you're trying to go in another state, and you're not going to let you have the physical driver's license because you got to meet our requirements. That's the law.
Right.
Then they try to go in through their level of the right on the driver's license privilege side of it.
See, but I don't think people are informed enough. You know what I'm saying? They come in to some place and they spit a few facts on what they got, but they haven't done the whole research. They haven't done, thorough research. Because if anybody does thorough research, they made the laws to where any of the Americans can comprehend them. You know what I'm saying? So if you go and read the Cornell law book, and this is what they go by, and they go by case law, the Supreme Court has made it to where, like it says all taxes and regulations. It doesn't say some, it says all. And I just think people, when they talk about the driver's license and them being exempt from the driver's license, they don't know that they're not a driver when they're driving a car. They're a traveler. And I feel as if police don't respect that. And judges don't respect that sometimes, even though it's in the law. And that's why I'm doing the research behind it, because if I ever get in that situation, I'll be able to present those documents and things like that. And I know I'm spitting a lot of knowledge at you, and it's just crazy because you're in driver control, and you're like,
right,
you're like, man, I see this stuff every day. But that's my goal in order to get people to, you know what I'm saying, to push their mind. And even if you do have the chance, you could just go look on the internet and say, well, what's the legal definition of a motor vehicle? And when you look at the legal definition, it says automobile or a propelled vehicle that is used for commercial purposes, you know what I'm saying, or something in exchange for money. And just look that up if you have a chance, or, you know, like I said, my goal is to inform people. I'm an independent journalist. I want to inform people on things that really the government is duping us over. Because you like, I think about it, and I was like, 9 times out of 10, people never use their car for commercial purposes. Like you're not an Uber or a Lyft driver or something like that.
Well, you don't. Now, as far as I know, a person don't have to have a CDL. Maybe they got to start having the passenger endorsement. Possibly, I haven't heard anybody say anything about that on the Uber kind of.
But every license is a commercial driver's license, but there's different classes to it. You know what I'm saying? So like you got your class A, your class B, but they're all different classes, but they're all commercial driver's license. You know what I mean? Is that right?
Nah, Class D, just a regular non-commercial operator license.
Well, I mean, I feel what you're saying, but right here it says that Class D is any vehicle which is not a commercial vehicle as described as above. Meaning it's still a commercial vehicle, just not the ones that are described as above. You know, you see?
Okay.
You go ahead and answer that. I ain't gonna take the time.
I'm gonna let you call that number, because if I go any more, they're gonna say, why did you talk?
No. I don't want to put you in a position like that. I'm gonna let you go about your day. Thank you. You have a great day. See what I'm saying? This is why I want people to understand this, because it's not just one of us who are susceptible to the ignorance. It's all of us. You feel what I'm saying? Everything. Audit, Arkansas Revenue Office, Conway, Arkansas.
I'm doing good. I was just wondering if there's something I could help you with. I just saw you taking pictures.
No, ma'am, I'm fine.
Just making sure, I mean, don't care if you take pictures of all this stuff on the walls, but just make sure you don't take any pictures of the documentation or our monitors, because that is privileged information. Okay? Is there something I can do for you, or you?
There's nothing you can do for me, but this is a public building, right?
Yes, sir. As long as you take pictures of just the generic stuff, you can't take pictures of our monitors or the documentation paperwork and stuff, because that is people's privileged information.
Well, if I'm correct, that's on y'all's side, not mine, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. As long as you don't get any of that, that's fine.
But I'm saying it's y'all's job to protect that, though, right? Not mine.
Well, yes, sir. But if you're trying to take pictures, it's hard for me to see what you're taking a picture of. So
well, that's my private. I'm saying that's my private information, though, correct?
As far as your private information, but anybody else's is theirs.
I understand what you're saying.
On this side of the counter, you're good.
Hold on. What I'm trying to figure out is if I'm not an employee here, how would I be responsible for protecting someone else's information?
I am, and that's what I'm telling you. Just like I'm just ensuring that you don't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I can't make any promises what's going to appear on here, but no, I was just here. Got me a ticket. I was just trying to gain some information.
Okay.
That's all I was doing.
What kind of information I might be able to help you?
Well, you might. I was wondering. I was talking about I was doing some research on driver's license laws and the right to travel, and
as far as
actually exempts. Well, I'm talking about in the code, in the Supreme Court code, when it's talking about a difference between a motor vehicle and an automobile, it says that a motor vehicle is a self-propelled or whatever, something that deals with commercial purposes, something for commercial purposes, right? And it says an automobile is a person's private property.
I can give you the information or the people that can get you that information. I can give you our offices in Little Rock. Those are the supervisors and the ones that establish those codes.
Well, it wasn't right. Well, the Supreme Court establishes the codes, but
Well, what I'm asking is, I mean,
right.
if there's something you're wanting clarification on, I
Right.
can give you the right.
No.
names and the
What
numbers.
all I want, well, I don't really need any clarification on it because the law is clear.
so-
What I'm wondering is how would I get to, how would I go through the process of getting exempt tags?
What kind of exemption? That's what I guess I'm not understanding what you're talking about.
Well, what I'm saying is there are certain tags that, well, in the state of California, now that people have been doing the testing and they have went through the courts, they have to, the DMV has to issue out exempt tags for people who are
That would be our
private.
department in Little Rock. You would need to speak to them.
That's why I came here. That's why I was just trying to get the
I can give you
information.
the people who you need to speak to. I can give you their name and number.
But y'all don't have any knowledge of how to do
That
that
would
here.
not be here, no. That would be above my head.
So I have to go to the Little Rock
You
DMV
can
in order to
contact
get.
them, yes. I
No,
can
I'm
give
saying,
that name.
I'm saying, are you not aware of these?
Sir, no, that's what I'm telling you, no. That would be above my status here. That would be somebody
Mm-hmm.
else in Little Rock that you would need to speak to first.
Right, okay. Well, if you got that information, I'll take it. Thank you. So, that's Wayne Harris. Well, that looks like what we're gonna do next, guys. Obtain some information about that. Unfortunately, I just feel like we're under attack from all angles. And I feel like people do things just because that's what people did before them. Their parents did it before them. Their parents did it before them. And they just lead us all into the same tyranny, And our country was built on fighting tyranny, correct? If I'm, what I'm saying, most people think I'm correct. Try to be a constitutionalist, try to be a conservative. If you're a conservative, then this is things that you would fight for. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you would fight against, theft by taxations. Even though the law says clearly, is these people are adamant about these vehicle codes, and they really think that everyone is susceptible to vehicle codes. And you know what I'm saying? I can't really blame them because, you know what I'm saying, if you're ignorant to something, you don't know it, and I can't be mad at them for that. But I will tell you something. It's misleading. I just think it's crazy. Sorry, ma'am, I don't answer questions. I want to be clear. I'm not doing this to provoke anyone or get a reaction out of anyone. But the thing is, we have to have people get knowledgeable about these things. It looks as if they called the police, so it looks like now I'm going to go outside and I'm going to greet these guys and see how that's going to go. Just want to make sure we get his information before we start this interaction. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Illegally park, double park. See if he fixes it. There we go. How you doing?
How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. This woman is absolutely terrifying. I mean, what can a guy with a camera do? I don't even understand it. See if I can get a little closer just so y'all can see what's going on. She's talking to a police officer right now. Hopefully they're educating her. Hopefully they don't say anything to me. Hopefully they know the laws on public photography. You know, I'm going to respect their privacy. I'm not going to go in there. I'm going to let her tell whatever story she wants to tell. And the police are going to make their decision what they're going to do. And that's going to be that. Tell you what, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk away from the scene and see how the police react. What I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to go back to the DMV. I'm going to see the reaction on their faces because I left before the police could say anything to me. Therefore, I was never given the trespass warning. You know, hopefully they're smart enough not to give trespass warnings on public property, but you know how tyrants are. So, let's see. What we have here, guys, is a snowflake. Ain't that what you call them? Wow. Call the police because somebody is videotaping. It's appalling to me. Appalling. Looks as if they have called the police once again. But I mean, I don't understand how people can call the police on law-abiding citizens. People doing nothing wrong. But we shall see how this turns out.
Hey man, come talk to me outside real quick.
Okay.
So what's going on?
Nothing. Did they tell you something was going on?
Well, we got a call about you.
About what?
About you coming in and recording people's information, stuff like that.
Nope.
What's the issue going on? Here, walk over here.
Nope. That didn't happen.
Huh?
It didn't happen.
It didn't? Okay. Do you have any ID on you?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Have I broken the law, sir?
Huh? Not saying you broke any
Okay.
law,
No,
but they don't want you in there.
Is that not a public building?
It is a public building.
So how can they not want me in a public building?
What's your name?
I'm not going to give it if I haven't
Not
broken
gonna give
the
any
law.
information, huh?
Not if I haven't broken the law, no.
Okay. Well, so, hey, there's a lady inside. If you could go ask her what he was doing this time.
Even if I was recording information, that's their job to protect the information, not on me. All right?
Okay, but regardless, you're recording around information that's out.
That's not illegal.
Okay. That if you want to go that route, that's fine.
I mean, what other route is there?
But
Y'all are here to enforce the law,
they're
right?
doing their job,
Right.
and you're recording stuff.
And we have the right to record public servants doing their job.
Okay, well, what's your reason for doing it anyway?
I don't have to have a reason, sir.
Arkansas statute
Go ahead.
571-208, also known as harassment,
Harassment.
Yep.
says, I have to scroll, give me just a
Go
second.
ahead. No problem at all.
Well, one of the parts in it says you're causing alarm.
All right.
Well, there's a couple of parts that will make sense. One of them is engages in conduct or repeatedly commits an act that alarms or seriously annoys another person and that serves no legitimate purpose.
Okay.
So I would say there's a whole lot of people there who are
Which
annoyed
is exactly what's going
since
on
we've
right
been called twice.
Annoyed about what?
You're recording their stuff.
Now, is recording
Now,
illegal?
Hang on. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it is whenever it's personal, private information.
I'm
And
sorry,
that's-
you are mistaken. We're in public,
That's
sir.
their concern.
No, that is not public.
Sir,
That is
we-
a government building.
Just
That
because
is not public.
You
government
cannot
building does not
trespass
mean
my-
it's
You want
public.
to stay outside, I think it's okay. And
Okay,
we're
guys.
not telling you.
So we have 3 tyrants right
So
here.
you have HOLLIMAN. Make sure you got it
All
right.
right, now what's your badge number, please?
429.
And what's yours, please?
520.
And what's your name, please?
Sweet.
What's your name, please?
Piper.
Badge
Ours
number,
has 2
please.
E's in it.
Okay. Badge about
So-
596.
556.
556. Thank you.
There's
Is
also-
anybody body cam on right now?
There's also we don't have
We
body
don't have
cams.
body cams.
There's also a part about
Is
surveillance.
anybody recording this? Is anybody
I
vehicle
can be,
recording
if
this?
you want me to.
Yeah, I like that.
Let me see if it does.
Just don't want to have any problems today. I mean, the
Well,
only
hold
thing, right?
If
And
you-
So the
Ma'am,
email.
hang on.
Go ahead. No, go
May I
ahead.
ask a question?
sure,
I'm very serious.
no problem at all.
You just said the words, I don't want to have any problems today.
Right?
But isn't that what this is causing?
How's it causing problems? Sir?
I'm just asking you a question.
No, I wouldn't say it is.
It's not.
That's a
it's
matter
not,
of
it's not only
opinion.
the people working here that,
Okay.
that are talking about this.
Okay.
It's people that are inside trying to get their stuff done.
Well, people's insecurity don't trump my rights, right?
Other part of harassment says places a person under surveillance by remaining present outside that person's school, place of employment, vehicle, or other place occupied by that person or residence, other than the residence of the defendant, for no purpose other than to harass, alarm, or annoy.
Okay.
Okay? So I would say that you are A, in their place of employment, and I would say B, because they are saying so, you are causing annoyance to them.
Sir, am I violating the law?
Would you agree with that?
Sir, am I violating the law?
By that definition,
By that definition,
you are.
we're getting real close, if not there.
Well, okay. If you want to cite me for that, go ahead. But I'm telling you, I'm not violating the law. It's not illegal to record in public. Public officials do not have no right to no expectation of privacy at their job.
Correct and correct.
Real. Now, what am I doing wrong?
Correct and correct. Now keep going.
Now, what am I doing wrong? That's what I want to know.
Those are not public employees. Those are private citizens inside a business that are trying to conduct business.
Which ones?
All the
You talking about the customers?
Every one of those customers.
Is there any expectation of privacy in
So,
public, sir?
they're not in public. They're in a government building. Outside here, I don't think they care. Do they care? They don't care.
Sir, it doesn't matter what they care about. It matters about the
So
law.
here's what we'll do.
Okay.
I got a real quick.
Do y'all have a
Give me-
supervisor?
I am the
He is
supervisor.
You? Oh, wow.
Give me just 1 second. I am going to work on.
Sir, am I detained right now?
You are not. You are free to leave.
Thank you.
Thank you. See, if you were just leave, then we wouldn't even be here talking.
Well, sir, if I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay. So,
You're absolutely free to leave, and you're free to stay all you
Right,
want to.
thank
you are
you.
not detained.
So what was the
Have
problem?
you even asked this gentleman for his name?
yes, he has.
I did.
But it doesn't
So he's
matter.
Not saying, "Hey, sir."
Right, and then
It's
right,
common
I'm not,
courtesy.
and I told him that I'm not identifying. He didn't ask anything further than that. I don't have any problem with that. The problem I have with y'all telling me that I'm harassing people by recording.
Well, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
The only reason we're out here is because we were called out here.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all, and I didn't. Right.
We've been called out here by several people in
Yep.
here that they feel like you're out here recording them for whatever reason.
Even if I was, there's no expectation of privacy in
Okay,
public.
but there's a lot of information here.
That is not my job to protect that information. It is their
So
job.
that's why we were called out here. That's what we're trying to get you to understand.
Well, I understand
We're not
what
just
you're
out here
saying.
for any reason.
I understand what y'all are saying, and I understand that y'all got to call the
We would
service,
much
and that's the
rather be
reason
out
y'all.
somewhere else. I promise you.
I mean, well, y'all can go and do that. I mean, there's
Okay,
nothing
but
for
when
y'all
we're called out
here.
here, we have to respond. Do you
Well, okay, so
understand that?
what are y'all gonna do?
Well, we have to come out here and make sure everything's okay.
Well, is everything okay?
Well, we would like it to be.
I mean, what am I doing wrong? This is what we keep going back to. What am I doing wrong?
Okay. Like he said, based on the definition in the statute.
Of what statute? Harassment?
He just read you.
How do you harass public employees? There, you cannot infringe on somebody's right to record, but by saying that, by creating laws and trying to create things against me. And like
He
I
didn't create the law.
Well, he just said that it was harassment. If he's a supervisor, he knows good and well or should know that there's no expectation of privacy in public. I didn't say anything to any of those.
Just because it is a state facility
Mm-hmm.
does not make it public.
Can anybody walk in there, sir?
Yes,
If they have
usually
business,
to
you can.
handle their business, like
Right.
tags and driver's license. I just have one question.
They walk
Just
in there
like
for.
you have
Okay, go
several
ahead. Sure, go
questions.
ahead.
What is your reason for being in here today?
Well, I
Were you
don't
getting
answer
driver's
questions, and I
license?
don't have to. I don't have
You know,
to
you
answer
don't
any
have to answer
questions.
questions.
Right.
We don't. I mean, we technically didn't have to either, but we did that for you.
Yeah, and y'all are
Were you just
public
coming in
employees.
here
Y'all
to do
public
this
servants.
today for no reason?
Well, I
just
actually,
asking.
I don't know if she informed you or not, but I actually asked her. I had grabbed the ticket, like the footage will show. Grabbed the ticket. She came up to me, asked me, "Is there anything she could help me with?" I said no. She told me who she was, and I said, "Well, you know what? Actually, you could help me out." and I was asking her some things about driver's license laws and traffic laws and things like that. She gave me a number that I could get in contact with, and then after she gave me that number, that was the end of our contact. After that, my business was collecting matters of public interest, such as the architecture, the art, all of that type of stuff, which is legal. And which is an activity which would, if someone tried to say I was loitering, that wouldn't be considered loitering.
Okay, and nothing's wrong with that, you coming in and asking those questions, but do you see how people can feel uncomfortable with you recording when they have personal information they're letting other people know about?
I can't control other people's emotions,
You
man.
can't see just at least a little bit how people can feel uncomfortable with someone recording behind their back? You can't understand that just a little bit?
Ma'am, if somebody wants privacy, they wouldn't go out in public.
I'm
That's the
just
only
trying to
thing.
make you understand that's
Well, you
why-
have to
Okay,
inform
so-
those people that.
Look at it this way.
Yes, sir.
If somebody's doing the same thing to you, would it make you uncomfortable?
You'd feel
No.
a little uncomfortable.
It
I would
wouldn't
not.
make you uncomfortable
If
at all.
I go in, sir, if you go to any building, if you go to the police station, if you go anywhere, there are going to be cameras, correct? If we're out here right
That's a
now,
whole
there-
different subject.
how's that different? If
That's a
we're
whole
being
different issue.
okay, go ahead.
That's
Tell me how
a
that's
security
different.
reason.
But how are they able to put? How are they able to
I'm
film
guessing
people
you're
in
not out
public?
here for a security reason.
I don't understand what you're saying. I told y'all the reason that I was out here.
Okay. I understand that.
Okay. Well, am I free to go in the DMV?
No.
Why is that?
Right now, no.
So are you trespassing me from the DMV?
No, we're not trespassing.
We haven't
you.
said that.
Well, there's no way that you can tell me that I can't go into a public building. I'm confused.
You are free to leave.
No, if I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay, sir. That's the
and you
law.
can stay,
Right.
but they don't want you back inside.
Well, they don't determine that, sir. You might want to talk to your supervisor again, but unless I'm trespassed, I am allowed into a public place, especially because I'm a taxpayer and I funded this building, or at least the lease that they pay on this building.
Okay.
So,
It's a valid point.
okay, I mean,
I pay taxes too.
and I
So
agree.
does he.
You're right, and that's your right to go up in there.
Do you live in Conway?
Well, I'm not going to answer any questions like that.
Was just trying to make better conversation because this is a little ridiculous.
Why would you say this is ridiculous?
Because it's a
Somebody
nice day,
recording
there's
in
a lot
public?
better things to be doing than this.
Nah, I think this is a great thing to be doing. People aren't educated, and now they're going to be.
Educated on what?
Public photography, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
That's an interesting way to look at it, I guess.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, I'm sure maybe you, like you said, y'all haven't had this happen before, so of course y'all wouldn't be educated on it. But now that y'all having this experience, y'all get a chance to be educated about it.
Well, we've had it happen before, but just not like this.
Got you.
Your reasonings are a little different than what I've heard.
You're really not making us uncomfortable with that. You're making those people in there that are trying to handle business.
And like I said, the
That's why we're
goal is to
here in the first
educate people. So you have to tell those people in there.
How are you educating them?
Well, this interaction that we're having right now, you all are telling me that I can't record people who are in public when that is not an actual true statement. And then you also said that this is not a public building.
So you're saying you're doing this to get a response?
No, sir.
That's what it sounds like to me.
If
you're educating, then
No.
that means there has to be something going on to educate on.
if someone is ignorant of something, that's the only way they can
I'm
get
pretty sure
educated.
most people know how to do photography.
Okay, so even if I was doing this to get a response, what is wrong with that? The key for me to do this is that I wouldn't get any response. Unfortunately, they
Okay.
called the police on somebody who's doing a legally protected activity.
And what's that?